Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back your lovely faces to a brand new video here on the channel, and holy moly, we got something fun to show you today. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people have probably seen this already, but I thought I would just get my take out there on this because, well, let's just say it's absolutely laughable. And what are we talking about? We are talking about Nick Wallis, the journalist who covered the Johnny Depp trial in London. He was there most days. And then he put up a GoFundMe and he got people to pay his way over to America. And he went to court, but then he got a job reporting for Channel 5 where he said, things like, oh, this is grim and everything else going on. Talking about the actuality of what Johnny Depp and AH were doing. I can't believe that they're coming out like this. And sometimes he couldn't even get into the main hall, while other people like Soups, Laura B, Jax and a few others, they were able to get in there and get literally right behind Johnny and his team and everything else. But Nick Wallis is the one who's gone out there now and he's written a book about it. So, thought you knew every OMG detail of Johnny Depp and AH's marriage from hell? A new fly-on-the-wall account will change your mind, writes Jan Moira. How is it a fly-on-the-wall account when he wasn't even there? Anyway, whatever Johnny Depp and AH do next, they will go down in history as the warring divorcees who battled it out in court on both sides of the Atlantic. The world looked on aghast as lurid details emerged of a 2-year marriage that was riven with paranoia, this, booze and claims of this, involving a fusillade of wine decanters, champagne, vodka bottles, along with mobile phones and flower vases. Did you say vases? Vases? Let me know below. Curses were hurled, as were accusations of Hollywood's most feared transgression. Yes. Amber once told Johnny he was getting fat. People, eh? Lit cigarettes were allegedly used. Johnny drank mega pints of wine. Mashed potato was inexplicably smeared over doors, while fights took place on board private jets, hotel rooms, trains, penthouses, and even once in a caravan. Why couldn't you say, trains, planes, and automobiles? It would have been a lot better going. When the tip of Johnny Depp's finger went on during one skirmish in a mansion on the Pempire River in Australia, he used the stub to write on the walls an all-too-literal portrayal of his pain. Oh, they had to use that photo there, didn't they? Yeah. Even the couple's Yorkshire Terriers, Boo and Pistol, did not escape the mayhem. Boo allegedly ate a lump of this, while it was claimed Depp once hauled one of them out of the window of a speeding car, causing some distress to his occupants and possibly the dog, deadpans Nick Wallis in his book, Depp v. Heard, The Unreal Story. Yeah, that is literally deadpan. Oh yes, possibly the dog. Ha ha ha. Jackass. Wallis was the only journalist who covered both trials exhaustively. Wow! He was the only one, people. The only journalist who covered both trials exhaustively. Literally. You had journalists from the Daily Mail, Telegraph, The Standard. You had all these places, The Times, even The Sun, Daily Mirror, tabloid places. They covered both trials the same way. They were there every single day. Wow, is this Jan Moyer trying to get in Nick's pants or something? He was at the High Court in London nearly every day to see Johnny Depp lose his libel case against the Sun newspaper. 2 years later, he was there every day in Fairfax County, Virginia, where Johnny Depp won his defamation case against AH over an article she wrote for the Washington Post. He may have been there every day, but he didn't get in every day, did he? No, sometimes he was sat outside. Literally. Depp alleged that not only was this untrue, but that he was the one who had been this by her, and the jury agreed with him. He was awarded compensation of £12 million, which altogether was $15.3 million, wasn't it? Later reduced to £8.3 million. Somehow, Wallis has wrangled the anomaly of these two differing verdicts, along with hundreds of hours of torrid evidence, into a fluent narrative that depicts what happens when a marriage between two desperately beautiful people turns desperately ugly. fatally weakening the popular fairy tale belief that perfect beauty somehow equates with moral virtue. Yeah, just no. Not only does it give us ringside seat to what became known as the celebrity trial of the century, it also provides insight into the complicated politics and culture wars prevailing at the time, not to mention the online fan fever that shadowed every twist and turn of the court proceedings. His chapter, subdivisions entitled The Tattoo Incident, The Disco Bee Bath, The Plane Kick, The Bottle List, The Close to This, tell their own story. But Wallis never loses his humanity nor feels overwhelmed by the relentless unpleasantness of the Depp-Heard relationship. Now, so he's got chapter subdivisions just going on about certain things. I wonder where he got that from. The Andy Files. That's what I'm telling you right now. I really do think that this guy got the majority of these things from like our streams, Tugs, Laura's videos, Brian's videos, everything. You're going to see things in this book that literally every single person who has covered this on YouTube has on their channel. I'm saying that because something comes up after and it's absolutely hilarious. So, I thought they were two troubled but fascinating human beings trying to find their way in the world. They went through an extraordinary process played out on a global stage. I never thought it was sordid or grim. Pretty sure he said it was sordid and grim when he was doing an interview with Core TV. Yeah. So, Wallis bet. Alright, so he's going by here about why he did the post office thing. Why bother with Depp rehearsed after the post office scandal? Why not? All human life is here. Now, in his new book, Wallis does not shy away from investigating the most notorious aspect of the affair. During the first trial, it was revealed Depp finally decided to divorce her after she deliberately pooed in their bed for a prank, although she denied this and claimed it was boo. This is literally, he does not shy away from investigating. We got the bloody Andy Files. We did all of this way before he even thought about doing it. God, this is absolutely hilarious. So yeah, he goes on, guilty or innocent, it seems unlikely she will ever shake off the Amber Turd nickname bequeathed to her during the trial. In a fearless bid for clarity, he sent the only documentary evidence available, the poop photographs and used in court, to Professor Chucker. I'm not going to pronounce his surname because I don't want to butcher it, but they are CBE, a respected consultant gastroenterologist at the University Hospitals Coventry and Warwickshire NHS Trust. So he specialises in poop. Okay. Unfortunately, he was unable to determine whether the pictured stool was from man, woman or dog, but he did deduce that whoever was responsible was the constipated at the time. Isn't that interesting? We said that during the Andy Files. Wow. Does go on to say that, sometimes you need a commander of the British Empire to tell it like it is, but how on earth did we get to this indelicate juncture? Why Johnny and Amber met, the omens were good. What could possibly go wrong? They were two darling people living the Hollywood dream. Well, she was just getting started. Not a lot of people knew her. The sunshine of talent and good fortune anointing them both in the butterscotch glow. She hasn't got any talent. Come on. He was a major Hollywood star. Obviously going through all of it. Captain Jack. He was powerful, well established, and fabulously rich. Where she had dropped out of high school in Texas 5 years earlier, headed west to make it big in the movies. Their story came together in 2008 when 22-year-old Amber is summoned to Johnny's production office in LA following 5 auditions for the character in The Rum Diary. Going on, yeah, he was, but she wasn't a fan of his work. Yeah, okay, going on. Oh, why tell Meghan Markle and bringing all them into it? You can see literally he's going to be doing this in the book, comparing him now to Harry, Meghan Markle, the royals and all this kind of stuff. Going on, so films, Thompson, meeting goes well, okay. Back then, she's in a relationship, okay. French singer Vanessa Paradis for 10 years, okay. 2 children. Depp is smitten, yeah, okay. Depp doesn't know, but okay. Emotional events. Johnny Depp has no idea the dent she will make in his life, okay. Clever, crucial role, okay. Going through it all regarding Dr. Kipper as well. Going through, he was that he was a medicating going on about the court, what he drank and everything else, which we knew all of this. We've seen all of this. You know, like I said, we did all of this on all our streams, all our videos and stuff as well. Now, it does go down by here. So, there we go. So, celebrity court cases by here. That's where we go. Celebrity court cases. Oh, God damn it. Why do they do that? Celebrity court cases like this are rare these days, for which Hollywood stars would dare risk the reputational damage of such a high-stake, horrible, publicly and expensive venture. Johnny and Amber had everything and they had nothing. They both won and they both lost, and today they remain scolded forever by the experience of each other. From first look to notorious pooper, from the mashed potato to the severed tip, no doubt all parties involved want to forget this ever happened. So thank goodness Nick Wallis was there to capture it all for posterity. His book serves as a record of quite possibly the worst marriage in Hollywood history, and as a warning of what can happen when a dream dies and lies take over. So, they have that by there, and they're basically going out and saying Nick Wallis was the only person who covered this. Yeah. I had to get rid of my live streams regarding the trial, from the trial, which was live. Had to get rid of them. Had to get rid of a few other things. But Stevie, Les, Tug, like I say, myself, Soups, you got so many people, who have done so many things regarding this. Brian, Jax with Myths and Movie Monsters. Laura, there's so many people who have covered this, and in better explanations as well than Nick Wallis did, because, like I said, for when they went over to America, he didn't really do anything. He was putting out, like, newsletters every morning sort of thing, which, our legal angel, she was there. She's the one who had it all. And it was just like, what the hell is going on? Linda, please tell us what is happening. Because so many things was going on. And we had no idea what we were thinking, what was happening. But Linda was there and she talked us through everything. Linda also received the newsletters every morning. And she was like, yeah, we covered all of this. Even the lawyers, all the lawyers who were covering it every day. There was so many people who were covering it. And it's just like, he's gone out there now and he's doing this. And everyone is just like, oh, it's the only take on it. No, it's not. Come on. I think that's why I find it funny, because going through the entire court in London, like I say, we were doing it every single day here. Every morning every evening for myself. When the court finished and we got the report, I would put it out there. There and then, on the day. You had Les doing it. You had Stevie doing it. Everyone was doing it. Obviously, then we went into America. When they went to the court in Virginia, we were doing that. We streamed it every single day, 13 hours a day. We did the entire court. We would talk afterwards. We would go on the lawyers' shows. We'd talk about what's going on. Everyone covered it better than this guy did. And it's just interesting to see that, again, it's a daily fail. So, it's exactly what it is. But it just goes to show that these people, they will literally pat each other on the back. And it wouldn't surprise me if in his book, you're going to see some stuff from the Andy Files. I think we are. But ladies and gents, that's what we got for today. Let me know what you think of this down below. And if you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell for future updates. And I'll see each and every one of you soon.